Hello, this is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. Today I want to show you a really cool telephone. This is a Western Electric Princess telephone in pink, and this is Nancy's telephone from Michigan. And this telephone is different than most Princess telephones. This is a 1961, and it's of the era where they assumed you were using a bell box. So this telephone came with no bell. And basically, I have three transformers here I want to show you. And this is the light out of Nancy's telephone. This is the light bulb. And we are no longer going to use this light bulb. We basically just disregarded it. Her light didn't light anyway. She didn't have a transformer. And these transformers, I wanted to explain to you, when you're running a light bulb like this, they consume power. But these transformers ran warm and hot anyway. So there's no real need to use these any longer, and so we're going to move Nancy into the future here with some new style type lighting. But this is three different types of transformers that they used, and some of these transformers actually got so hot that they would catch on fire, from what I understand. And basically I'm going to show you all three different styles. And there's probably a few other ones, but this is the three that I have. And we don't really ever use these any longer unless somebody wants to go back to an original situation. And in Nancy's case, it's not real feasible for her, since we were working on a bell situation. It's not real feasible for us to just go back to the light anyway. She didn't have a transformer. And although they're still available, you can find them. We're just not going to go that route with this one. And since she needed a bell anyway, we had to, it's not feasible for her to have a bell box. So she requested a bell be installed inside the telephone. So we did that. And I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this light bulb now. And I'm going to show you a little bit about this telephone. I'll go ahead. It's connected up. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the inside. Now, I don't usually get real in depth with what we do with these telephones because we don't have a real long time for the videos. But basically, what you're seeing is what we installed was a bell. And we have added a power plug for LED lights. So we're going to actually light the dial pad with a modern day transformer. And we install a jack for this, so you can walk up to it and plug it in just like you would a answering machine or a cordless telephone. But we have a plug installed in the back here. But I'm going to go ahead and plug this in real quick. And as you can see, we have a couple of LEDs that are installed around the rotary. And I'll take some light off and you'll probably be able to see them. These LEDs do not get hot. They don't even get warm. And the transformer that runs these will not get hot or warm either, because there's not enough power consumption. And you could literally run these LEDs forever and it wouldn't consume any power. LED lights just have really no power consumption, hardly at all. And so running this and running the light constantly wouldn't hurt a thing. It's not going to take any kind of a real consumption to feed these lights. and they have like a 50,000 to a 60,000 light life. So that's a lot of hours, and you know, it's just the real way to go. And to move this telephone into the future, that's the best thing for it. So basically what I want to do is I want to go ahead and turn off the light after a bit. But now that you've seen the inside of this telephone, this bell has to be this small, because an original bell won't fit into the situation. For one thing, the hook switch in the back is in a different location in these older models. They moved them over here so that the bell would fit in here. And so this one's sitting right here. So you can't install an original factory bell in these, because they're not set up like the other Princess phones. So you have to install a small bell like this. Another thing that we talked to Nancy about is, and here's our plug for our light. I'll show you that real quick. Just simply unplug it, and you can see this jack that's been installed there. And I'll unplug it one more time. And I have two lights on this because I kind of want to even out the light on the dial pad. And so it just makes for a nicer look. Now, another thing that we talked to Nancy about, she kind of opted for the, when you dial the phone, that the bell tinkle a little bit. And most people that have a bell like that installed in certain situations, or have these rotary phones, they like to be able to dial the phone, whatever it is, an old wooden wall phone, just any old phone that we install a bell in. We like to do the conversion to where the bell will tinkle a little bit when you dial, and most people want that, and that's what Nancy decided that she wanted also. So, and another thing with the light, there is a switch on the back of these telephones, and originally what you would do with the setup that they had originally was you would flip the switch one way, and the light would go off when you'd hang the receiver up. And then if you switch the switch the other way, the light would stay on as a night light. And so what we came up with is we decided that we're not going to get into that switch and use it that way. We are going to have the light all the time, light the dial pad all the time, and because she wants to use this telephone as a night light also, and yet also be able to see the dial at any given time at night. So if she gets tired of the light being on, all she has to do is simply unplug the cord and just let it sit there, and then she can plug it up anytime she wants. Other than that, the light will stay lit all the time. After all, we're not talking about a bulb anymore. Not that LEDs won't burn out or can't burn out, but they have a fraction of a cost compared to what one of these bulbs would have, a regular bulb, and these bulbs don't have very long life. They can last a while, but they don't have the life of an LED. So it's not feasible to let a bulb like this burn all the time. You'd be replacing it all the time. And yeah, LEDs can burn out too, but they don't have the cost, and they have many more thousands and thousands of hours of life than a regular light bulb. So just letting this thing be lit all the time is not going to hurt a thing. And it's not going to get hot. It won't even get warm inside. It'll just be illuminated. So basically, let's do this. Let's do some checks on the telephone. I'm going to go ahead and let that ring a couple times. give you some dial tone. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to dial some numbers. And I'm going to end in a 2. And I was talking to Nancy, and we were talking about some things, and she had never heard, she thought it was kind of funny, because we were talking about people sometimes don't have anything to do, and some of the stuff, the crazy things that they come up with. And I was explaining to her that with these rotary telephones, or any telephone for that matter, that you can actually dial out if you have a phone line that recognizes pulse. And you can actually dial out by tapping the hook switch. And that people do sit around and practice and can actually dial numbers that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the analyzer up to a 0, and I'm going to kind of give Nancy a show here of what you can do if you just try to tap these. Now I'm going to hit it twice to get a 2. And now I'm going to hit it 3 times, and I got a 4. There's a 3. Let me try a 4, a 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a 0. What some people do, you just seen the analyzer go blank. What you can do, and some people don't realize this, is rotary is not supposed to be able to dial a star or a pound, but it can if you know how to do it. Anyway, that just gives you an ideal. I was going to try to get a star or a pound. Anyway, I had my fun for the day. We'll stop at a 2. And it can be done. I've actually watched, working on rotary telephones, I've watched a star and a pound come up just through working on them. So basically it's a way to do it, but you know, you're passing up 10, because a 0 would be 10, and then 11 and 12 pulses. So basically a rotary can dial a star and a pound, but it wouldn't be in the sign of a tone. It would just be recognized as the pulse. Anyway, now that we had our fun with that, we're going to go back to some dial tone. And I'm going to go ahead and dial it 2, because what I want to do is I want to speak into the handset and transmit. Every time you see that red light on the analyzer, that's 100% modulation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we know that this telephone's working. I actually spent a little bit of time on the telephone with Nancy with this telephone. So we know the telephone transmits good. And basically what we want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take the line and plug it into a regular line. Get some dial tone. And I'm going to call a time and temp number.
Our body shop can repair almost any make and model for less. Offenburg Belleville, 234-0330. Today is Tuesday, March 29th. The time is 9:49. Current temperature 46 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville area. Mostly cloudy tonight, a chance of some rain and snow, lows in the low 30s. Partly sunny on Wednesday morning, then becoming mostly cloudy.
Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to call another number I'm going to go ahead and call my number and it'll be busy. There's your dial tone. And what we're going to do is I'm going to call time and temp one more time. I'm just kind of an over checker, and it never hurts to do as many checks as you can.
Good evening. Credit issues? Apply by phone anytime at 622-4600. 622-4600. Same-day approval available. Today is Tuesday, March 29th. The time is 9:50. Current temperature 47 degrees. Now the weather forecast for the Belleville.
Okay, so we know that everything is working on this telephone. And basically what I want to do now is I want to go ahead and I'm going to try to turn the lights off. Not sure the video will pick this up, but I want to turn the lights off because I want to see the telephone glow. That gives you an indication of what this looks like at night. So there would really be no mistaking being able to pick this telephone up and also using it as a night light. That's really cool. And that's not some brand new telephone there. That's a 1961. You know, you would expect a new telephone to look like that or have that feature or option, but they thought about that stuff long ago, and to have a newer style type LED light installed in one of these kind of takes it into the future. And as you notice, it's a lot brighter than the light bulb would ever be. This is Dennis with A1 Telephone Service and Repair, A1 Electronics. You can reach us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com, and you can also reach us at 618-235-6959. I think I'm going to turn the lights out again because I think that's pretty cool. And then I'll just leave you after that and finish the video. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.